There's no better time to find these tremendous Mazda savings than right now at Team Mazda. Get 0% financing on any new Mazda CX-5, Mazda CX-30, Mazda CX-50, or the Mazda CX-90. Find out just how much you can save at Team Mazda on Airline.
Getting close to that 7:03 time frame. Welcome to 9 News Now, WAFB Plus. Everybody, appreciate it.
Well, we had some fun this morning. You know, when you go fully automated, like computers everywhere, and they decide to take over and not set their alarm clock, woo! What a show! What a ride this morning.
Oh, that's why there will never be a pilotless aircraft.
I don't want to be on that thing.
They've talked about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Pilotless cars are bad enough out there right now.
That's right.
Really?
So yeah, it was fun. If you were with us for 9 News this morning, you saw the computers just be like, nah, not today, Slappy. And so they said, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're not gonna do. And they shut us down for about 10 minutes. And we have this little studio over here in the back as well. We call it CTV, Connected TV. And so we got over there, we were firing that thing up, and then one of the computers over there decided that was the time it was going to update.
No, is that what happened?
Yeah, and it's like we know our computer friends in the other room are having their way with you guys, and so don't think you're going to come over here and manhandle us.
Absolutely, I agree with you guys. I would never get on an airplane without a pilot. I wouldn't even. My car actually drives itself.
What?
And even when it does that, I'm not totally comfortable with it. I mean, I'll take my hands slightly off the wheel, but I'm ready to rock and roll.
How old's your car now? How many miles? I'm sorry, how many miles?
244,000 miles.
Never a self-driven mile?
And I'm going 3. I'm going for 3.
That's like the old washing machines or the dryers back in the day that had like one moving part. The guy's like, don't ever get rid of that thing because when it breaks, you're going to have 4,000 computer chips in this thing, and it's going to break. Keep what you got.
I'm telling you.
Working.
And I don't buy new, and I keep them forever till the wheels fall.
There you go.
Till the wheels fall off. I like that.
Kind of like you did this morning.
There you go. Yeah, the wheels kind of came off a little bit on our show. Nevertheless, every time I think of autopilot, I always think of Airplane, the movie when they have the big blow up, big blow up doll. We'll just have him do traffic and weather and news. Guys, it's going to be another brutally hot day. Thank you so much. We've got the sunrise out there on our Lady of the Lake Sky 9, but it will become problematic later on in the day. 81 feels like 87. Out your door, and oh, by the way, it's going to get up to 100 once again. I say once again because we actually did hit 100 yesterday. No, that wasn't a record, and no, it would not be a record today because the record for today, 102, set back in the heat wave of 1921, but we are definitely going to give that record number a run for its money. Another round of heat advisories, and we're not going to be done after today. We're probably going to string together a few more before all is said and done. So the million-dollar question answered becomes, will we get any relief from the heat? And a little bit is the answer to that because watchers' dew points start to drop off as we go into the weekend forecast. So maybe, just maybe, that's going to help these numbers over here. Not by a lot. We're not going to see wholesale improvements here, but going in trending in the right direction. And this doesn't show Sunday, but on Sunday, hopefully it'll feel like less than 100 degrees. Again, believe it or not, that would be an improvement. Nothing doing in our live local radar and nothing expected for today. The nearest thunderstorm activity out to sea, and it's not even moving in our general direction. Speaking of moving out to sea, here is that big storm system, Tropical Storm Debbie, still holding steady as a tropical storm, and all those big tropical feeder bands affecting places like Charleston, South Carolina, up to North Carolina. Sustained winds right now at about 45 miles per hour. We just got the update. I have a feeling this is going to do something a little bit funky here. No, it actually isn't that bad. Sometimes when we get the auto update here, the times get completely thrown off here. But no, we're looking good. Charleston not looking good, though, because look at this. Over the next couple of days, it just kind of sits and meanders there. Might even a little bit intensify. Now, the good news for us, over the next 7 days, the only other thing out there elsewhere in the tropics, this little guy over here, I wouldn't really worry about this little guy over here at a 30% chance. The models, even if they do develop it, most don't bring it anywhere even close to our wheelhouse. Look at the bad news out there for the Carolinas. We know this site only too well, reminiscent of the flooding that we had in 2016, reminiscent to Harvey, Hurricane Harvey out in Houston, and that's what happens when a tropical system just sits there and plants over an area. An additional 10 to 15 inches expected in that area, and by the way, that's on top of the rain that they've already seen. We're not going to see that much rain over the next 7 days. Matter of fact, we might be completely bone dry. So you're good to go to wash the car, good to go to mow the lawn, just definitely exercise caution. And we got the back to school forecast. I know not everybody's back to school just yet. Nevertheless, there is your hot high of 100 degrees for today. And again, in the extended forecast, we are going to see the rain chances coming up quite a bit. Let me bring you that extended right over here. And there really aren't that many any chances of rain over the next 7 days. In fact, it's not until we get to the tail end of the 10-day forecast that we start to introduce or reintroduce a couple of rain chances, and those, they're not even that good at about 30%. Lots of triple digits. We're going to be living in the 100s over the next few days. It's 7:07. Johnny, hopefully you've got a little bit better news in traffic.
Yeah, we are seeing a couple of accidents, though, unfortunately. Traffic's still moving well on the interstate systems. I-12 is the slowest of the interstates. We do have something up here in the central area, Magnolia Bridge Road, right near the Villa Crossing Drive. Also, one off of the interstate, just north of the I-12, Sherwood Forest at Red Oak Drive. And then this one also is I-10 West, right near the 10-12 merge. Not seeing a whole lot of backup associated with that. Drive times, though, coming in from Denham on 12, now bumped up to 23 minutes. And again, most of that's going to be from Juban to right around Millerville. From Millerville to the 10-12, it thins out just a little bit, even though there is a reported minor wreck at that area. And from our Gordon McKernan First Alert Traffic Camera Network at College Drive, looking pretty good. Looking back toward the sunrise, your left side of the interstate going toward downtown. Bridge traffic is slowed down just a little bit coming in from Port Allen. 7:08, we do it every single morning. It is WAFB 9 News Now, giving you a chance to catch up on some of the more important headlines you might have missed during the big show. Matt Williams comes back next with that.
Good morning, everybody. 7:10 your time right now. Welcome back to it. Let's kind of walk you through some of the things that we're following for you today, including some back to school. It is back to school week here in South Louisiana, and over the next number of days, we're going to be live in a number of places as the kiddos and the teachers, and well, yes, the parents get back to it. Point Capee Parish, welcome to it, that first day of school. So glad that you are able to get back at it. And well, you see, that's West Feliciana right there. But want to make sure that you know that it is a number of first days over the next number of days. Our Matt Venezia and Liz Coe were live there in West Feliciana this morning. They actually don't get back to it first day of school wise for the next couple of days, but they were out there this morning, West Fel High, showing off the kids, shouting them out, getting them ready for day one, getting the teachers ready for day one. The parents, they set the alarms early, knew how important it was just to get out there, have that kind of positive juju, if you were going in the right direction as they get ready for day one. Want to let you know, in East Baton Rouge, if you need a question answered about transportation. Remember the transportation issues at the beginning of the year, last year in EBR? They have a phone bank that's now open. They're going to run this for 12 hours a day, 5 in the morning until 5 in the evening, weekdays, until August 17th. And so for a lot of folks, you may have some questions about, this bus, that bus. What about this transfer station, transfer bus? I haven't seen the bus. The phone bank, again, find the story online for you. The number is waiting, and exactly you can figure out, maybe hopefully get some of those questions answered. Back to school, yes, let's focus in on it. Let's see your kids smiling and ready to go. What you want to do is jump online, WAFB.com. You can also do this through the 9 Reports app as well. Send in those photos, those back to school photos. We want to be able to shout your kids out as well. Share those smiles. The night's getting ready to go right there already. Oh, look at the backpack ready to go. Big hugs all around as first day of school gets going for so many in South Louisiana. Okay, also the uniforms for kids, donate today, please, because we are running out of days to get to that magical 16,000 number. We're a little over 10,000, 10,300 right now. Jump online and find places to donate, or you can just simply donate $24, get those 2 uniforms to get those kids feeling right as they walk into those halls for the first time. One of the things we're following for you as well outside of the local area, expecting an announcement from Vice President Kamala Harris today as she runs for president, who her running mate will be. Well, right now, it's gone from a pool of about 10 down to a final 3. It looks like it's final 2 now. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. Look for a minute like Arizona Senator Mark Kelly may be in the mix there. He seems to be now the first one kind of eliminated from that final 3. Look, we'll see. Of course, the Vice President herself will have the final call on that. We'll see. Major announcement today. Major headline beyond that as well. How's the retirement fund? How are the other investments? Look at that. The stock market down more than 1,000 points yesterday. Actually, a number of major indexes across the country, around the world, down yesterday. Speaking of market volatility, so how do they begin to react today? Is there any rebound today? That's something that, of course, we're going to be watching for you very closely. Also watching this. How many searches have you typed into the Google machine, right? Well, a federal judge says, maybe it shouldn't just be Google. And there are other options out there for you, but the judge says Google is a monopoly in that ruling, saying there's an unfair manipulation of that particular marketplace, alleging that Google has spent billions of dollars to make sure that they are the search engine of choice. How could this impact this particular decision? How could this impact the way that you work your way through the internet? We'll see. Of course, Google will be challenging this. We'll see the impact down the road. Speaking of impact, it has been Tropical Storm Debbie, and that is something that we will continue to follow for you. Still spinning around Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina over the next number of days. But guys, I tell you, it's no fun to see this. Look, we're thankful it's not here, but wherever that goes, you feel for those who are being impacted.
Yeah, they're going to have record rains, upwards of over 20 inches of rain. We know that all too well. You see the rescue boats come out, and it's just not a good sign there. And we're getting into the thick of it. We're in August, so front and center, we're on the doorstep, and fingers crossed we can keep it quiet in our neck of the woods.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll get to play with the heat. So we'll take the numbers, getting towards that 100-degree mark again today. So please be careful with that. We'll see you at, let's call it 7:25.
It's Truck Month at Team Toyota, where you'll find great savings on the reliable and versatile Toyota Tacoma. Or get 1.99% financing on the new Toyota Tundra or $3,000 customer cash. Don't miss these tremendous savings during Truck Month happening now at Team Toyota.